Okay, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am going to break down today's trade I was able to take on the NASDAQ. But well, before I start, I actually had a bearish bias today before market opened. Why was that? Because as you can see here, we ended up taking out Asian highs. And if you can see here also, before the market opened, we were literally currently staying below the consequent encroachment of this week. Well, we ended up pushing a little bit in, but we didn't pass the daily wick right there. We had a daily wick. As you can see here, we were literally just staying mostly below the daily wick consequent encroachment right there. So I really wanted to see price push to the downside even after we've taken out Asian highs. I wanted to see London and Asian lows get taken, right? So, well, even at market open though, I really had like a serious problem here because not gonna lie, I wish I actually had the recordings of this. Uh, my trading view, my broker, everything was lagging. Why? Because I was trying to screen record. I was screen recording. I was on Discord live, and I was opening both my trading view and my broker. So everything, my laptop was literally lagging. Like I wish I could pull up the video right there. So my laptop was literally lagging. Like so, basically what happened was price had already pushed to the downside, right, taking out this lows, but I didn't see that. All I saw here, like I really didn't see that, right? And then like I wasn't even able to like, bro, price was literally just like everything was just like everywhere. So I wasn't concentrated. So what I did, I didn't even look at my trading view charts because everything was literally lagging and everything like that. So it was on my broker that I found out that price was pushing to the downside, investing its fair value gap. So in my head, I'm like, okay, well, that is my draw on liquidity. This lows are my draw on liquidity. So I decided to enter my sell position right here, literally right there. Like I even had a late fill right here, like a very late fill because of the way everything was lagging. So I had a late fill. My sell was right here. My first TP was here, and then my second TP was at this lows. Not knowing that the Nasdaq has already taken out all this sell side right here, all this sell side liquidity right here, but the S&P 500 didn't at 9:30 open. You can see here that price didn't go all the way down here to take out this outside liquidity, but the Nasdaq did that. So when I ended up losing the trade, I was confused. I was like, "What's happening?" Until I checked the price and I found out that the S&P 500 hadn't even taken down the outside liquidity because everything was lagging. Like, bro, I even had to cut off the screen recordings because of how heavy OBS was. Because I'm also streaming, or I also record in high quality. So everything was just lagging. So I wasn't even able to see the S&P 500. So I ended up realizing that we had an SMT, and I just saw price start to push, bro. And I ended up missing out on that trade because I was like, why is price pushing this high? Ended up realizing price took out this upside. S&P didn't. SMT did it to the upside. This would have been a good trade right here. As you can see, we have a CISD right there, or you can take off of this market structure shift, which you have right there with a huge candle closure. So this would have literally been a good entry trade right here. So you can see right there, this would have literally been a good clean setup right there. Wow. So right here would have been a clean buy trade. As you can see, that's about, bro, that's almost 50 points. So that's 45 points of trade right there. So we would have literally had a win, like a clean buy to the upside. So we would have had take profit one at this smooth triple highs. Like this is so smooth, bro. Literally at the consequent encroachment of that daily wick right there. This should have been take profit one, and then take profit two would have been a London highs. Like this is a clean trade. Ended up missing it out because, bro, everything. Well, anyways, it is what it is. Ended up missing out on that trade. So I was like, I bet. Ended up losing out on that trade. What else can we see? Remember, I already lost in this trade, so I'm already down for the day. Now, when I saw price tap into this or take out this London highs, I knew that okay, we might actually start actually pushing to the downside. Like I knew for sure that we were going to take out London and Asia lows. Why? Because bro, price literally like looked like he was going to take out London highs and London lows. Because look at this right here. We also tapped into the daily order block right there on the S&P 500. So at this point, I'm like liquidity sweep. We definitely pushing to the downside. Like this is literally clean right here. So as soon as we ended up pushing high, taking out London highs, I'm like, good. We had an inversion fair value gap right there. I entered right here. So this was my second trade. Let me see if I can pull out the screen recording. A screenshot. Yeah, so this was the second trade I ended up taking. This is a screenshot of it. So right here at that inverse, I ended up taking my sell trade right there. I was targeting this level to be my first TP, and then this what level was that? And then the London lows to be my second take profit. So as price was pushing, as price was pushing, let me just do this. So as price was pushing, yeah, price ended up keeping pushing. Yeah, so price kept pushing, right? So basically, what happened when price started pushing to the downside, I had to put my stop loss to break even somewhere right here. Then price ended up pushing way. So price retraced, tapped into this value gap, and price ended up respecting it. I ended up taking another sell trade. But before I took that sell trade, I already took out one contract, right? I took out one no, one position, and then as price was pushing to the downside, I had to put my stops to break even at this high. Ended up getting stopped out at break even right there. So that trade was it. That was done for the trade for that second trade. And then the second trade, I actually ended up taking another trade, right? And that was somewhere right here, right here. This was the trade I took. This was the third trade I took. The first trade was a loss. The second trade was up close to the downside, and then this was the third trade. So the third trade was here, right here. As you can see, we ended up tapping into this bearish value gap. Price pushed down. Now price came back up to tap into this bearish order block. Now at this point, I know that price is definitely going to aim for this sell side liquidities right here, London and Asian lows, right? So what I decided to do was taking my sell. Immediately I see this inverse right here. You can see we have an inverse. So as soon as price was pushing past that low, ended up taking my sell. Stops just at this second to the last high right here. And then my first TP was here. And then my second TP was literally at Asian lows, not even at London lows. My second TP was at Asian lows because I really wanted to see that sell side get taken. Then when my first TP got hit, I put my stops to break even, you know, annoyingly, price ended up coming back, take me out, and then ended up dropping to the downside. So literally, price just wanted to tap into that balanced price range because we literally made a balanced price range. We have a bullish and a bearish over the gap overlapping with each other. We literally have three fair value gaps overlapping with each other. We have a bearish, bullish, and a bearish again overlapping with each other. And see price tap into it again once more, and then traded down to the downside to take out London lows and Asian lows. So yeah, that was basically it. I just thank goodness that we were able to back up the loss that I had right there and add some profit on top of it right there. So as you can see here, this is the break even. So I put my stops to break even, ended up getting stopped out right there. So yeah, that was basically today's trade. Not gonna lie, this week has been kind of in a way somehow. I'm literally supposed to be winning, like basically, but you know, ended up catching ourselves in these situations. But yeah, you know what it is, man. It is what it is. And so next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.